Yeah, we're just kind of going to start watching some film, getting ready to play Rocky, and we've been working really hard. So we've had some two-a-days, so just getting ready for that.
Talk about what a challenge this year has been. I mean, obviously heartbreaking to have the fall season canceled, but what did you guys do to try and stay together as a team during that time?
Basically in the fall we just did a lot of bonding. It was super nice to use that time to get to know all the freshmen we have. I think we had 16 new people, something crazy like that. So we got to get to know them really well and get to see how they play and kind of integrate that with how we play. And it's just been really, honestly, good. So we got to really know everyone.
So you're an upperclassman on the team this year, 2 years of playing experience. 2019 seems like forever ago,
Yeah.
but that was your sophomore season on the field. How have you grown as a player your first 2 years, and what are you looking forward to this spring for yourself?
Well, I've definitely got more confidence since my freshman year going into sophomore year, and I think it's just grown then, kind of getting to see how I play and seeing that I can play in the GNAC type of things, and I'm looking forward to kind of be there for the underclassmen and help them through that transition as well. I think this spring is going to be a good time for me to step up into that leader role and show the underclassmen what it's about.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. I mean, this is a situation that nobody's ever been in before, you know, where your season's canceled and you're dealing with COVID issues all the time. How do you make yourself into a leader in that situation when you don't know any more about that than maybe the younger players who are relying on you?
Yeah, I think you just have to come into anything and just be positive about it, and we just kind of go with the flow. I think our team just tries to make the best out of what we have almost, so even if we didn't have a season last fall, we were working on what we needed to work on, whether it's touches or just getting back in shape from not having gyms, all that. So I think we just kind of try to make the best out of what we got.
Friday, you guys will play against Rocky. Got to be a lot of excitement. What do you expect to see on the field in your first game in more than a year?
Well, I expect to see a lot of nerves out there. I think it's been a long time for all of us. I even am getting nervous now, like just thinking about the game that we're going to have. So I think people are really excited. I think we'll see a lot of creative play out there. We have a lot of newcomers that bring a lot of creativeness out to the team, and I just think a lot of good stuff out there.
Well, we're definitely excited to have games on schedule. And that was definitely a challenge in the fall, not really knowing whether we were going to play in the spring in terms of the GNAC competitive season. Knowing coming into this semester that we were allowed to basically independently schedule games has allowed us to have some freedom and flexibility with who we're playing, and allowed us to get some games on the schedule, which I know has motivated our players. I'm really impressed with how they managed the challenge of the fall semester. We've all grown and learned a lot through this time with coronavirus, but I really believe that this team has come together despite the most challenging of circumstances. I know every athlete, of course, is going through these same things, and I think perspective is a big piece that we've really tried to preach with our incoming freshmen all the way through, you know, our upper class and our seniors, who are obviously having a really tough and disappointing senior season. But having said that, looking forward to playing some games this spring. We view it as a great way to just, for one, play a game that we love. The expectation is to have fun. It's cheesy, but we obviously will work on things. But I think, especially for our first couple games, just getting back on the field again is going to feel like such a blessing, and definitely looking forward to leading the team through that.
As you mentioned, this is new for everybody. Everybody's going through this, but how do you get through a fall where you all of a sudden don't have any games like you normally would? How do you get through that, and how did you see your team specifically bond together through that?
We took a basically day-by-day approach. I think we've all learned that we can make no plans with COVID-19. So we came into the fall semester in August, you know, hoping for a spring competitive GNAC season, not really knowing. Obviously, as we went through the fall semester and the numbers started to get worse and worse, we kind of knew the writing was on the wall. So we've really tried to focus on the things that we can control. The cliche saying of practicing like every game, or every practice like it's your last, kind of has come true, because we really weren't even sure if we were going to make it through the entire fall semester when it started, in terms of just being in class, being on campus. I feel very lucky to be in Montana, which I know is a little bit more of a rural area compared to some of the other states where the student athletes weren't even allowed to be on campus. They had to enroll in the fall online. But yeah, for us it was just sorting through what we wanted to achieve in the fall, what we could realistically achieve without games. We were able to do a lot of 11v11 scrimmages, which was great in certain ways, but I know our players will obviously be itching to play some new competition. But we felt like the fall semester was a great chance for us to focus on ourselves, how we handled the day-to-day approach, the difficulties, the challenges that would arise, rolling with the punches. But at the end of it, I do feel very lucky that we were able to go through the entire fall semester. We felt like it gave us a great platform as a team, a foundation for us to hit the ground running in January, and really right now again building towards the August 2021 fall GNAC season.
You got a captain in Haylee Gunter who's just shown a lot of growth in her first 2 years now, a junior and upperclassman leader on the team. Talk about her and really how that whole class and the upperclassmen have really taken on a leadership role.
Yeah, Haylee Gunter is a baller. She definitely comes ready to play every training session, every game that we've at least seen through her sophomore year. I don't see that changing at all, of course. But yeah, I'm really impressed with Haylee, that whole upperclassmen group, the juniors, who have now turned into almost a senior leadership role as we've tried to sort through, how to work through this with our current seniors. But yeah, that group has done a great job leading by example. They've been here. They know the expectations of the program. We had a big freshman group come in. I want to say 12 or 13 freshmen. So managing, creating relationships with those players, really showing them the way that we approach, not just the game, but academics, our social life, those sort of off-field things. That upperclassmen group has been awesome in mentoring the younger players. It's been challenging because we're trying to get a team to be close together, but also not too close because of coronavirus. So we've had to find creative ways as a coaching staff as well as the players, managing them, not being able to do these huge team get-togethers, which I know they really enjoy, but doing it on a more personal, individual basis so that everyone obviously stays safe and healthy.
First game back as a coach in more than a year, what do you expect to see?
Well, I'm smiling under the mask just because hearing that sounds so great. Really, the expectation for our players is to step in onto the field like you haven't played a game in 16 months. Understand that you're going to be sloppy, you're going to make mistakes. There's going to be some times where you feel the certain fitness level of not being able to play a competitive game in over almost a year and a half. So I would want our players to go out there and enjoy the game. To not beat themselves up over any little mistakes or things like that. I think, at least I'm going to coach this game like I'm finally getting back to something that I love that has been taken from me, which means I'm not going to let the little things within the game bother me. I'm going to focus on the bigger picture of just being able to play and enjoy it, score some goals, slide tackles, make some saves. I'm definitely looking forward to leading the team through that and just having a positive outlook on it. Not so focused on results this spring, but on our style of play, laying down the foundation for what we expect in the fall. And I know that playing will help everyone massively. It really is a great way to bring us together and compete against an opposition or oppositions this spring that are really going to test us.